north. We were born to ride. Roll down the west, put down the top. Crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We go ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side gate to the valley, from the west side to the east side, everybody's very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. It's like another perfect day. I love LA.
What is up, my Ramelia fans of the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams? How are you doing? And everybody else, I hope everyone has a great Sunday. Sorry for the tardiness. I wanted to come in on a game reaction. We were at Roast of the Dead. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but no, I'm not. I am not overly devastated by this loss. I knew that we were going to lose more games this year, but hold on. I knew we were going to lose more games this year, but I didn't expect this one. This game was in the bag. As Chick Hearn says, the eggs were cooling, the butter's getting hard. This game was in the bag, and we gave the ball back to Tom Brady, and then he got a call at the goal line, and they got us. But like I said, but I opened up with the clip of the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams, defending champions, because it's all gravy. It's all gravy. Now we want to repeat. We want our team to right itself, right? We want our team to right itself before it gets too late in the game, so to speak. But today is a game that we cannot. Having problems with my app here, darn it. We cannot. It's funny because for Niner fans, they can't win anything except regular season games, and they're all in the chat waiting for us to lose a regular season game, but they don't understand that we're already defending Super Bowl champions. The damage is done already. But yeah, so we lost again today. We're going to lose more. It's shocking, I know, but they're chomping at the bit. Props to them. But yeah, it's fine. Hold on one second. Let me hold on 1 second. Payo time. What's up, brother? But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's see. But yeah, so props to the Niners for actually having the guts to show their face to a team that actually won the Super Bowl. I love it. Bring it on. It's already too late. I'm so sorry, guys. You're a year too late. But yeah, so let's get right into that. Let's get right into what happened in this game. So the Rams lost 16-13. Unfortunately, we had this game in the bag, so to speak. But the game is not over until the clock hits 0, and then it becomes official. And so, unfortunately, we lost this game. I'm saying that we're going to lose. I figured that we would lose 3 to 4 more games. Hopefully, finish 10-7 or 9-8 and get into the playoffs. But everything was looking pretty good. Hold on, let me show you guys what I'm talking about.
This play action. Middle of the field. What a catch. Oh, there were 2 bucks there to try to make a play on it. Robinson's the one who grabbed it.
This is the only spot you could throw this, and the only spot a guy could make the catch. It's a perfectly thrown ball. It's good.
Yeah, so Allen Robinson is finally getting unfurled. We just need more of that. But like this with the makeshift line, Larry Jackson got hurt again. He was in and out of the in and out of the hold on. See this guy right here? You're timed out. Bye, loser. But yeah, so It is one thing, it's funny that all the Niner fans come in here so happy, but they don't understand the pecking order of things that have happened since Sean McVay's got here. This is us, right? This is us. This is for everybody in the chat that are Niner fans that are holding their collective levels all happy. This is you guys. Since Kyle Shanahan, John Harbaugh have taken over, but just let's understand something. There's a huge difference here than the Can't Get Right crew. I just want to, I can't empathize that more, but I appreciate you guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then to Timothy. So here's the thing here. I'm going to get off of this because, the Niner fans, they come in here 5-1, 5 Super Bowls. Yes, 5 Super Bowls. Eddie DeBartolo, the Niners owner, was suspended by the league for conduct unbecoming an NFL owner, allegedly. Eventually lost his team to his sister, Denise York. And since then, they have not won a Super Bowl in the free agency era. And now they're in Santa Clara. So let's just understand something. Those 5 Super Bowls are wonderful, but Eddie DeBartolo Jr. took them with him, and they're in his closet now. And now Santa Clara doesn't have anything because they can't win in Santa Clara. Let's understand that. But we'll see what happens. Rams Loco, what's up, brother? Appreciate you so much. That's okay. Pale Time, LA Rams YouTuber, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you coming in. My guy, Niner Sickness, Rudy, at the end of the day, 5 rings is better than 2. Yeah, but 2 is better than 5 when it's the last 2 in the last 28 years. It's one thing to rest on your laurels, rest on your accomplishments, but basically the Santa Clara coup is basically the dollar store version of those Niner teams that you remember, Niner Sickness, because you're an OG fan like me, and a lot of these young fellas are going, well, my dad said we were good. Why can't we win? I want to see one too. And so, props to them. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. And then here's my guy, Marcus. He says he tried to add extra rings. It still doesn't beat the Niners. No, listen, Marcus, no, you're a young fella. Before the Niners were anything in the NFL, the Rams were 2-time NFL champions. They won an NFL championship in Cleveland. They won an NFL championship before the Super Bowl era in Los Angeles. For first pro franchise to win a Super Bowl in Los Angeles. So technically, last year's Super Bowl was the second ring in Los Angeles for the Rams. Nobody heard of the Niners, and I'm being, sarcastic. But the Niners didn't. The Niners were established in 1947, I think, and they didn't win their first championship of any kind until 1981. So, props to you, man. Props to you. Appreciate that. Heckler says Niners ain't winning ain't winning. This ain't year. No, it's not. They're used to that. Pale says, question: what are your thoughts on the Rams running backs? I really think we need to feature Hendo more. He clearly looks like the best back out there. And I said that on your chat, Pale, that I was very surprised that we took out Henderson when he was rolling, according to the way that we can run the ball. He really got some good runs out there. I don't understand why McVay took him out. I know he's trying to get everyone, in the game. But I don't understand why he took him out. I'm just going to turn this off because this is not. Well, I'll just leave it on. It's fine. I don't understand why they took him out, but we had this game. It is what it is. But like I said before, we're gonna lose more games. I'm just telling you. But what I want everybody to understand, especially Ram fans, that's why this is what my channel is for, is right now. Baby steps. Allen Robinson is making great catches. He's actually playing a lot better than he was before. We just got to put these W's. We can't afford to lose these games like this. This game was in the bag. Our defense is getting after it. Ramsey had a couple of picks. One pick for sure in the end zone that he almost got, but we stopped Brady and then we gave him back the ball. The game was over. we played pretty good. We should have won this game, but it is what it is. It's a long season, and we give away a game. We're still only 1.5 games out of the last wild card spot. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we were playing pretty good on defense. In offense, we were making big plays. We were leading the whole game.
Long time. Wow. I mean, he's up there. Truly, it's him, Lawrence Taylor, and maybe Reggie White in their own class.
Aaron Donald was doing Aaron Donald things, and I'm just going to turn this off because my app isn't working. We just didn't turn it in. We didn't finish the game, and I don't know why you would give Tom Brady the back the ball with 54 seconds, and then we let him get a long chunk play down the middle, and then we were playing so soft off of the receivers. I don't understand what is going on, with that, but I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, I don't know, understand what is going on. Let's see. Chase Quintana says we're in Santa Clara. That's 30 minutes from, 30 minutes. Actually, it's more like it's 35, 40 minutes, but y'all bounce from the country. No, we bounced in St. Louis, but you have to understand something. You guys are in Santa Clara County. When is the SC logo is going to come out? Because clearly you guys aren't the same Niners that my guy here, Niners Sickness, remembers. These are not, and he'll tell you firsthand that these are not the Niners he remembers for sure. These guys are second-rate organization, from the stadium to the cheap owners to Kyle Shanahan, who can't win the big one. The guy freezes in big games. He's got a quarterback that looks good against us, but then loses to the Broncos, loses to the Seahawks, loses to the Bears. Can't win the big one either, but he gets you guys' helps all happy, but you can't get it. But tell me again when Santa Clara Niners won a Super Bowl last. And I'm not talking about the San Francisco Niners. I'm talking about the team that's in Santa Clara County. Not, never, nada, nothing. But I appreciate you. But yeah, you guys, props to those 5 rings, but that was then. This is now. The pecking order has changed. Pale Time says, I got to go. Have a great stream, Rudy. Good night. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you coming in, Pale Time. Appreciate you. Javier says, hello, Rams bros and sisters. How about that Cooper Cup TD? Yeah, Cooper Cup was on fire again. But I know we got a lot of guys in here and we go back and forth, but it did bother me losing this game. Because the game was in the bag, and you guys can appreciate that. We're like, God, how do we lose to this team? Well, Tom Brady's nothing to mess around with, and you cannot stop him, give him the ball back, stop him, give him the ball back. He's going to eventually get something going, and that's our fault. So, I know that we're going to lose more games. We're not quite right yet, but you have to make these plays, this is what I'm talking about right here.
Bottom, boom, and then up top, the ball, the sack is over. So he doesn't want to throw it there, Jim, but 4th down, you have to. As Donald comes bearing down, he feels him right there, and he's like.
That should have been game over. We should have just, but we can't run the ball very good, and but I didn't like the play calling, and we gave them back the ball. They got a big chunk yard. And then we were playing soft off the receivers. They were getting tight. They were getting closer to the goal. And then they got Tom Brady got a call at the end. But that wasn't what lost it for us. What lost it for us is giving him the ball back. And so, it is what it is. It was a tough game, but I like to see improvement. And so our pass rush is slowly coming around. And Allen Robinson made hell of a catches. And we just got to keep it up. And here's what our guy Sean McVay had to say about it.
Okay, guys. First of all, congratulations to the Bucs on the win. They did a good job, found a way. There's really no other way to put it. This is a tough pill to swallow. I thought our defense did enough to be able to win that football game. Clearly, offensively, not even close to good enough. I'm a big part of that. Had our opportunities, had our chances to be able to make plays, had a chance to be able to close the game out there. Didn't really get that done. And there's a lot of, you give credit to the Bucs defense, but we've got to really figure out a lot of different things to be able to do. And we got to, whether it's different players, whether it's different scheme, different things like that. But this is not good enough. And I have to do better too. I'm a huge part of this. And, that's just the reality of where we're at right now. What do you mean?
Just if you could diagnose the issue in that regard.
There's a lot of different reasons. It's not one thing. Whether it's not blocking, taking sacks on second down, inefficient runs on early downs, not doing what we're supposed to do, bad play calls. It's not one thing, because if it was, then you could figure out, all right, these are some easy solves. There's a lot of different things, but not good enough, not even close to good enough. And like I said, I'm a part of that. I don't necessarily think it's the panic button, Sarah, but changes have to be made. Adjustments have to be made. We can't continue to go on like this. And what that looks like, I don't necessarily have the exact answers right now. And what I don't want to have anything be misunderstood is that I'm not in this with those guys. I'm a big part of this. I have to do better. We're going to stay connected throughout this, but we do have to be able to look inward and figure out what are some of the solutions, changes, adjustments, different things that we have to do to be able to get different results and different production from our offense. Yeah, you guys played good enough to be able to win. We're going to stay connected. We win and lose as a team, but there's no way around it. You guys were at the stadium today. You saw it. I thought defensively played well enough to be able to win the football game. We didn't do it as a team, and and that's the tough part about it. But you keep it real and you tell them the truth.
They get the ball back. You guys won a dramatic game in the last minute, your last second here. Brady gets the ball back with 40 seconds left. Are you nervous? Are you confident?
I mean, I was confident in the defense. We give up the big seam on the first play of that drive, and then they had enough opportunities, and credit them for being able to make the plays. They got some clock stoppages with some completions out of bounds, and overall, it should have never gotten down to that. We should have been able to close out that game. Should have given better clarity on some of the different things, especially when we were able to circle the edge on the jet sweep, because even if we did get the first down and get out of bounds, we'd still be able to run out the clock. But those are things that, I've got to be better as a head coach to be able to create clarity, to be able to put our guys in better spots. And, that's what you sign up for. This is a sick feeling. But you got to continue to go to work. The season goes on. We've got to figure out some different things. I don't have all the answers right now, but we're going to work to try to figure out what that looks like, and that's all we can do.
A couple more, guys. You guys have been through it with your offensive line injury-wise, but is this the iteration of your line that you're comfortable with for at least in the short
No, I think it's hard for me to say that. Comfortable. There's a lot of things that we've got to continue to look at. Whether this is the best five, I'll look at the tape and we'll figure it out. But again, it's not all on one position. I'm right there with him, in it with him, but it wasn't good enough. I think everything's got to be up for debate. You got to be able to look at it. But, the one thing is that as coaches, we're responsible for identifying the problems and trying to provide solutions, and then the player's job to be able to go execute and be able to get it done. I have to be able to do my part first and foremost for them to be able to do theirs. And, that's where you always look at. You want to look inward first, what that looks like, try to continue to.
All right. So we basically, what he's saying is we blew it. We had the game, we blew it. We had the game, we blew it. We did everything we needed to do except for except winning the game. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. We cannot make these mistakes. And Joe says, "Nah, David, to see coaching didn't make good calls to make it happen." Yep. And Javier says, "Good point, Rudy, on Brady. Very true. If you had a running game tonight, we would have won. We had that game won. And even without the running game, we had that game won. I mean, Tom Brady knew this game was over when Ramsey hit that ball down, but it wasn't over. You got to finish it off. Unfortunately, we lost a game that we should have won. We cannot do this with this team. But yes, indeed. Damian Lee says not good enough from the Rams' own coach. Yeah, the thing with McVay is in this game is I don't like that we took away Henderson. He was running pretty good as far as we can do, right? So, but yeah, Joe says, David, see, even the coach just admit he was a part of what happened today. Yeah, I let it run longer because I wanted to. I was trying to find something to show you guys, but it's okay. Yes, indeed. Boy, you Niner fans have a lot to say now. When they lost to the Bears, I couldn't find a Niner fan to come in here. Javier says, Wang Wang band wagon gang, LOL. They show up, comment on your team, Rudy. Your Rams actually won their Super Bowl game. Go Rams. Yeah. How about the Chiefs, 49er boys? Yep. Yeah, and that's okay. I don't mind them coming in here, and I appreciate them coming in here. But they have to look, what is that that old saying, people shouldn't throw rocks that live in glass houses. Because the Niner, that's just why I call them the can't get right crew, because there's always something in Ninerville, whether it's drama, um, you know, whether it's drama or issues, um, you know, that is something that they can't deny. Whether it was Debo saying that he wanted out of Santa Clara, or it was uh, Javon Kenlaw knocking Grant Cohn's hat, one of the Niner YouTube content creators, and he covers the Niners. That was cussing and going on, spitting food out of his mouth. It is what it is. Chewy Rome says, again, it's all your fault. It's all on me. We're sick of same shit you say. Yeah, McVay. Yeah. I mean, I'm ready for this team to hurry up and take off, but I understand where we're at right now. It sucks, but and I'm being honest with everybody. I love my Rams, of course, and I did the clip with the Super Bowl because I wanted us to repeat, right? I wanted OBJ. I was very high on maybe getting Robert Quinn. We had all these freaking injuries, just like the other teams in the NFL. And the year hasn't gone how I looked, how I wanted it, rather, right? I'm not going to lie. I wanted us to, even if our record wasn't that great, but I wanted us to improve. But all these injuries, it's tough when you can't run the ball. Not that we were the greatest running team anyway, even with our line from last year. But I'll be honest with you. As long as we're still in the hunt, there's always a chance. So, but it's not the way I wanted it to go. But remember, we already got this though. This is gravy. We want back-to-back Super Bowls. If we don't win it this year, and I'm not giving up on the year because the NFC is horrible. The NFC is horrible. If we can get going, as long as there's the chance for us to get into the playoffs with this team and this coaching staff, we have a chance. But even if we don't win it this year, we'll be all in again next year. The cap's going to go up. We have the second round, third round, a fourth round, and a fifth round pick. That's why we didn't burn those picks for Brian Burns. We tried to go at him, but we didn't want to give everything away because we're still going to go all in for next season, no matter what happens this year. We're not going away, at least until next year. But this year is not gone the way I wanted it to. But we're only one game off of the Niners pace, and they're in second place, and that's what's funny is we're having a bad year, but they're only one game ahead of us, even with the 2 victories against us. So what does that say about them? That's hilarious. Ese Rams Loco, Chiefs are getting smoked by us. Watch out. I mean, we are not you guys. Yes, indeed. And what I'm saying is there's always a chance. The Niners got off the snide last year, and they have Jimmy G at quarterback. We have a Super Bowl champion quarterback in Matthew Stafford. So if they can do it, we can do it. But also the NFC is very weak. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, rather. Jim Fox says, Rudy, you got to stop with Robert Quinn stuff. He doesn't fit a 3-4 defense. That's why we got rid of him. No, I have a disagreement with you on that. Robert Quinn is a top flight pass rusher. If you notice today, we got some pass rushing from the middle and from the left side. We're missing the Von Miller side. If you put a Robert Quinn in there, just him closing in on that side of the pocket will help. But we didn't get him, so it doesn't matter anyway. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Heck, Niner fans are funny. Yes, indeed. And I don't know if you guys saw Joe and my guy Javier. You guys are moderators. So because I can't keep track of it in the chat. If anyone's getting on a line, go ahead and time them out. If you click on the side there, you guys can time them out for a second, but only if they get out of hand. There's nothing wrong with them coming in here because they're happy that they won, right? So if they get out of hand, though, that's fine. Niners City says, to all my 49ers family, love that you guys are active and really show love it. And here's one thing with my guy Niners sickness. I didn't know that this was a thing, but somehow they if you don't mind me saying, Niners sickness, they got into his YouTube channel, and I didn't know that you could do that with YouTube, and he started his channel from scratch again. And so all the Niner fans that are here, click on subscribe and get on Niner Sickness podcasts. He's an OG a Niner fan, and he's a great dude. We go back and forth. He's my Niner brother Carnal, and we let each other have it. We're both Laker fans too, though. But yeah, all the Niner fans that are here, if you guys see the replay, go on his YouTube channel and get his subscribers up there. He was well over 1,000 subscribers, and he's got a great show. So props to him, and he's my dude, and I appreciate him. David C says, someone go to Rudy's house and check on him. No, man, I was trying to set up a video. That's why it took long today. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of roast the dead coffee. So even though we lost, I'm like, dang it, we lost. Let me show you guys something real quick. No, I mean, I didn't like that we lost, but I don't let it bother me. Like I said, I can die happy because my Rams are defending, reigning Super Bowl champions. I witnessed a miracle, magic season last year, and with all the injuries, we still were able to win. It was amazing. Hold on, let me show you guys something. But this place is awesome. This place has like Freddy Krueger and all that. And they do the coffee stuff. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys some pictures. But that's where I was earlier today. So I don't let things bother me too much. It does bother me that we lost, but like I said, we're defending Super Bowl champions. I witnessed an amazing feat by my team last year, and I'm not giving up on this year still, but nothing. I mean, even if we weren't even to make the playoffs, I would be horribly mad and surprised. But you know what? We won the Super Bowl last year, and that is what it is, right? So what's going on? Hold on. I'm trying to show you guys something and it's messing up again. Let me try something. Hold on. Sorry. I just want to show you guys something. But yeah, you guys are moderators. So if you guys see anybody get out of hand, it's okay if they go back and forth, but they get out of hand, time them out. Hold on. But it's a pretty cool place. I really recommend it. I really thought this game I was all ready to be all happy. I was like, hell yeah, right? What the heck is this thing doing? We got this game. We got Brady again. We're 4-4, and here we go. Hold on. I forget. I can't show too dark, guys. Darn it. Oh well, whatever. It's a pretty cool place. I love it. Let's see. Let's see. 916 lowercase 49er says, you're champs. We have to respect that, but you also have to respect these. No, I do. I told you guys that. I appreciate you guys with the 5 Super Bowls. And that's tough to do because the Niners haven't won one since they won the 5th one. So that shows you how hard it is, right? But yeah, but I go back and forth with that because I do. Niner Cygnus knows that too. You guys winning 5 Super Bowls is amazing. It's just going and all in good fun. Austin says, as a Niner fan, I feel you. We had some tough seasons as well. Ha ha. Good luck next game, Ram fans. Yeah, man. Listen, I've been through the Tony Banks era. When the Rams first went to St. Louis, and I'd go into the sports store and it said St. Louis Rams, and I'm like, but it was always loyalty over location. And that's where I want to tell you guys, win or lose, I'm always a Ram fan, but I just got to tell you, and that's why I still sport my Super Bowl gear, because that was an amazing thing. The Rams coming to Los Angeles after all these years, and within 6 years went to 2 Super Bowls and then won one for Los Angeles. And, if you would have told me 10 years ago that the Rams were going to come back to Los Angeles, number one, and then win a Super Bowl, within 6 years of coming back, even as a Ram fan, I would have been, but yeah, I'm still amazed that we did that. It was just when does it work out? You go get a quarterback. We were paying Goff and Stafford, and it worked out. No matter that Cam Akers got hurt in the beginning of the year, all these injuries throughout the year, we won the Super Bowl. Now everyone's all in now. The Rams model, right? There was free agent moving around, but the Rams have been all in, and all these teams are taking a page out of our book, and it's cost us because we've lost free agents to teams that would normally not be all in. So we kind of built our own monster, because now teams like the Dolphins and and even the Niners made a play for CMC, a big name free agent. Everyone is taking the Rams model now, even though there was free agent movement before, but not like this year. Look at all the NFC, AFC West with Russell Wilson moving over there, Devontae Adams going to. Everyone is wanting to get some of the luck that the Rams had, having it work out, but it's tough. One Kelly Ram says, I guess I got timed out. Later, remember your horns up. Take care. Oh, no. You're not timed out. I made you a moderator, One Kelly Ram. You're a moderator. You're not timed out. You're a moderator now. Chaos Theory says, love that McVay. I love McVay, but I can't believe how conservatives play calling last time we had the ball. Yeah, that you know what, Chaos Theory, that's a great point, because there's a lot of things I don't understand what's happening this year, with the play calling. Daryl Henderson was going pretty good. He was getting in there and doing his thing. I don't understand what's going on, but we'll see what happens. But I don't understand either what's going on with that. Hold on, Jim. But yeah, like I said, I got to tell you guys, I don't like that we lose games, but I want us to get, if I think it would hurt me. I think it would bother me more, rather, if we were healthy and losing to teams that we shouldn't, or teams just beat us, and we're not good enough. Well, right now we're just injured and we can't get over the snide. We can't overcome it. And that's it gets me so frustrating. I got to do it on my phone because my computer is jacked. But like I said, we're going to lose more games. I said we're going to lose 3 or 4 more games, and then and hope we're going 10-7 or 9-8 if we expect to get in. But One Kelly Ram, I hope you didn't leave, brother. You're a moderator. I didn't time you out. Nobody timed you out. And but yeah, it does bother me, but oh, thank you for asking, One Kelly Ram. On that note, it's going to be coming soon, the gear. And I want to thank you guys for supporting. And all the Niner fans in here, I want to tell you, we go back and forth. It's all about teams. It's all about love, really, on this channel. I give you guys the heck, about the Niners, because I can't stand the Niners. But I do respect the fact that you guys are the only team in the NFC West, and I'll say this again, that stand up to us. I mean, we do respect the other teams in the NFC West, but we run rush out over the Seahawks usually. They're tough this year. I don't know if they did some kind of voodoo and they switched places with us. I don't know what Geno Smith is doing, but he's winning. And then the Arizona Cardinals were like 11-1. Imagine if we would have roughshod over the Niners, we would be happy, of course. But I mean, the Niners are the only one that steps up to us in the NFC West, and they've had our number. But I don't like them. That's not why. I just don't like them from back in the day. They were always so good with the Joe Montanas and the Steve Young, and we're over there with the lady who shall be nameless as our owner. We didn't have a Stan Kroenke, right? So, hold on. Michael Kinsey says, I'm really exhausted. Don't let it bother you too much, Michael. I was like that during the game too, man. Me too. But yeah, you're a moderator too, Michael. But I just remember, oh, you're welcome, Jim. And like I said, Jim, it's okay if they go back and forth with us, but anybody out of hand, you guys, Michael Kinsey, I made you a moderator too. Or any bots, take them out, time them out, give them a chance. But yeah, like those, I got to tell you, I'm going to tell you guys this. My favorite players of the Niner is Ronnie Lott back in the day, because he was a USC, I'm a USC fan. And I loved Joe Montana when he wasn't playing us. Joe Montana, I remember that game against the Niners when he was with the Kansas City Chiefs, and he beat the Niners in 94. And then I remember that game against John Elway. The guy was just Joe Cool. And imagine we used to split with them all the time. We'd have Jim Everett and our guys, but we had the woman who shall be nameless, and she never got us over the top. We had good teams that could have been great, but her and her henchman, GM, John Shaw, would never get. They traded Eric Dickerson to give you an idea. We could have won a Super Bowl earlier in Los Angeles if Carol Rosenblum, the Rams owner, which she was the wife of, didn't pass away. But it is what it is. But yeah, Herbo says sweep. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't understand it. Herbo, we should have won this game with Tom Brady. We normally do against Tom Brady, but it's weird how we can beat Tom Brady. And they had good teams, the last few years. Even his Super Bowl year, we beat him. I think we beat him, but we beat him the last 4 times. But we can't get Jimmy Garoppolo except for the championship game, which I'll leave that. But yeah. Niner Sickness says, yeah, I agree with Rudy. He likes to talk a lot of crap, but he respects history regardless of the team. This is why I can come on here and be his friend, because he keeps it 100% real. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. But yeah, and I got to tell you, Niner fans, I give you guys heck too. There's a lot of Niner fans in Southern California, and it does bother me that there's so many at SoFly Stadium. But and I kid you guys too about that. But the Rams were out of this market for a long time. The woman who shall be nameless caused bad blood between the Los Angeles and the St. Louis cities. And so it was always loyalty over location. So when they came back, they had Jeff Fisher as the coach, they had to prove themselves. And it took a while to get the LA city to believe in the team with Jeff Fisher as head coach. So now that we're winning, we won the Super Bowl. It's going to take time because a lot of people already have their team already. But it is what it is, though. That's just part of what goes on when you leave a city, and it was bad blood between the teams. But I props to you guys for traveling well and all that stuff. And I give you guys a heck about it. But it is what it is. It's like when we with the Dodger fans, we go, oh, the Dodgers took over San Francisco Stadium, the Giant Stadium. It's funny. Marco says, "LOL." 5 moderators for the 5 Ram fans. No, I haven't had. I only had 1 moderator, Marcus, and then today I'm on late, so it's a kind of a weird hour for everybody. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in here. Niner Sickness, of course, will win or lose. Always got to take pride in your team, but I do admit losing a game like this does sting a bit because it should have been a W. Yeah, man. I got to tell you guys, I was going to say we got Tom Brady again. We're 4-4. And if we can beat the Arizona Cardinals, we'll be 5-4. And so we're right in the thick of things, and maybe we can start negotiate with OBJ. But now we're 3-5, and I'm not just thinking about this year. I'm thinking about the following year because Aaron Donald is signed until the following year, next year, and we are going to go all in again while we have Stafford and these guys, Donald. And so if we get OBJ, it wouldn't just be for this year; it's also for next year. So he's signed already. And so we'll see what happens. But this year's it's been horrible so far. Venel Betts says, why were our DBs playing? I don't know. I was just talking about that, Venel Betts. We're playing so soft on the wide receivers. I don't understand what's going on. Raheem Morris, he was on my S list last year, and then we won the Super Bowl. So, he got off of it. I don't know what we're doing with that stuff. And, it's weird. It's just weird that's happening, but this should have been the end of the game.
Right at the bottom, boom, and then up top, the ball, the sack is over. So he doesn't want to throw it there, Jim, but fourth down, you have to. As Donald comes bearing down, he feels him right there, and he's like.
And, we gave Tom Brady back the ball, and we're playing loose off of the receivers. Mix it up. Natter says, hey, Rudy, I enjoyed when Jim punched out that reporter in the locker room. Boomer T says the Rams are dead. No. Not yet. We still have a chance. David C says that Michael Kenzie, I will say I love the comment about the Packers beat. Yeah, that's another one. Jared Goff. Props to Jared. You know what? Let me get this up for Jared Goff. He's a Ram. He helped get us to the Super Bowl. And props to him on Jared Goff beating the diva, Aaron Rodgers. Props to Jared Goff. He got to win today. We didn't. So, oh boy. Chu Ramon says, Rudy, I heard that OBJ will be signing with the 49ers. Have you heard anything on this? No, there's a lot of rumors with OBJ. In my opinion, I think us and the Bills were going to fight it out for it, but because OBJ's wife, our baby's mama, has a lot of following when it comes to being, she would love to be in Southern California, and he wants to be with his kid. He loves Los Angeles, loves Sean McVay, but with the season the way it's going, we're 3-5 now. We're just a game and a half out of the second spot, but man, it's going to be tough. We got to put some W's on the board. I wanted to win this game, and I thought, well, maybe they'll start negotiating with them. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Mr. Poole says so many mistakes. That's exactly right. We cannot. We had this game though, even with the mistakes. David C says, seriously, where is this guy? Yes, indeed. Michael Henry says the NFC is a mosh pit with that anything is possible. That's exactly right, Michael. That's why I just want us to get it together a little bit. I don't know if everyone that watched the game, Tony Romo is a great student of the game. But he said, Stafford wants to go down the field, but he doesn't have the time. He can't wait that split half a second long enough. He overthrew a couple times. I like that we were going deep, but where was Tutu Atwell though? Golly. David C says that Michael Kinsey, the Eagles think they're going to waltz into the Super Bowl though. The Eagles are great. I kind of think that they might fall off a little bit like the Arizona Cardinals last year. We'll see what happens. One color Ram says Jim Rome versus Chrissy Everett. That was funny. He turned the tables on him. Marcus says, Rudy, remember when y'all thought OBJ was coming back? Oh, I forgot. You still believe that? Before this game, I did. I'm not so sure now. If we would have got to 4-4, because then we're only, a half a game out of the wild card spot. Because we'd have the same record as the Niners, but they have the tiebreaker. But with this Western Division, and the NFC is so weak. But yeah, Michael Kenzie says, David, I'll be laughing if the Giants and Commanders win against the Eagles. That'd be funny. The Commanders. I hate that name. They should have been called the Washington Hogs for that offensive line in the 80s, you know, the hogs of the Washington teams. We'll see. Boomer T says Stafford washed. It's going to take y'all a decade to rebuild. Stafford's not washed. I don't know if you saw today. He was making some great throws in the 2 straight games. He hasn't had a turnover. But it's our offensive line. It played better. Alaric Jackson kept going out, coming in. His replacement actually played better, it seemed like. But it is what it is. It's just a tough season. We just gotta, you know. But like I said, it's all gravy right now. I want to repeat, but there are some things at work that are not going our way right now because, you know, we already got the championship banner, and you know, but I want more. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. Let's see. David C says, Michael Kinsey, I will too. I will too, but I think the Giants are frauds and the Commanders are the team with a terrible owner and pipe leaks around the terrible team. Yep. Chewy Romo says, we have another championship in LA. Our soccer team, MLS team won City of Champions. Yeah, thank you for reminding me that. I put that on my community page. I was at work and I had posted something, but I didn't post it. And then I sent it. It was already halfway through the day. And then I saw, oh, they already won. So then I updated it and then I put, so yes, welcome to the championship, the City of Champions, the FCLA. They helped me take my mind off of the Astros winning a World Series. Oh boy. But yes, indeed. They got the Major League Soccer Cup. David says, MSC, no one cares about that. Now, there's actually a lot of, maybe in this chat, like me, I'm gonna just tell you, I like that an LA team won. I don't follow soccer. You know, I really don't. But I wanted to give them props because they're an LA team. But there's a lot of people that follow soccer, and you know, they're amazing that they won. Boomer T says Rams won't. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. You probably said that before last year too. Michael Kinsey says it's all gravy this season. I can admit it. We can't have nice things all the time, you know. Yeah, it's all gravy no matter what happens. But rest assured, this season's not over. Hopefully, we'll try to still make a run at a playoff berth and get there, and then see what happens. We'll put our cards on the table. But you know, this core of players and this coaching staff will be all in again next year, but we still haven't given up on this year because there's no reason to. There's still a lot of football left, and there's still positions able to get into the postseason. One Kelly Ram says, what is a moderator? So I put you on as a moderator. So if you see someone that's out of line, or they say something, or you see the bots, you know, when they put those things on there, you can click on the little 3 dots on there on the side, and you can time them out or block them if they're really out of hand. Alex G says, Chewy Romo, now we just need the LA Kings. Yes, indeed, are my LA Kings. Chaos Theory says, hey Rudy, did you know Fred Warner is part Mexican? He even wears the Mexican flag on his helmet. With that being said, Winers still suck. No, I didn't know that. I'm going to have to check that out. I did. Props to Fred Warner. No wonder he flies around. No, I didn't know that. Never was a Ram fanboy. I don't follow Cienfuegos, but yeah. Yep. Jim Fush's Winers are so jealous they haven't won since 1994, and they talk trash about us, and we are current reigning champs. Yes, indeed. That's why, you know, we're going to talk about each other, but, you know, we've already got McVay too. You know, as much as Kyle Shanahan has beat McVay in the regular season, I hate it. But we got the big one. In our lifetimes, we'll be old men talking about this NFC Championship game, and that helped us win the banner. And so, you know, I hate losing to the Niners. Like, as a Laker fan, I hate losing to the Celtics, even it's the regular season. But at least we got the big one, right? So the big one. But yes, indeed. Boomer T says, fire McVay. No, because the Niners will release Kyle Shanahan and hire him. So no, we can't. Crazy Juice says, I follow MLS, though I'm a Galaxy fan. That's cool. I don't really follow them, but I'm glad an LA team won. So I don't really, I was giving them props. That's all because they're an LA team. One Color Ram says, okay, gracias. You're welcome, my brother. David C says that Jim Foster, LMAO, wait until the Niners fans left so he could say that, then ban someone. No, Jim Foster is something else. But no, and I don't mind the Niner fans coming here. We go back and forth. It's all in good fun, as long as we just keep it about the teams. Craig Juice says, I hope the Kings do win a Stanley Cup. I love my Kings. I remember when they had Marcel Dion, Luke Robitaille, the great one. But I love when they had the Lakers colors, the purple and gold. I watched them, but I'm not, they're not one of my, hockey's not one of my favorite sports, but I do appreciate them. I used to watch the old Kings. And when Gretzky came on, of course, everybody watched them. Boomer T says Niners own the cooked lambs. Yeah, in the regular season they do. Not in the postseason. 0-1. Michael Kinsey says, I just hate that the Lakers suck this season. They were getting a little better. We need some outside shooting. Russell Westbrook is actually coming back. We'll see what happens. Tracy Megan says Shanahan isn't going anywhere no matter what, Rudy. Shanahan, I think he's a great offensive mind. Like I said before, I just don't like him as a head coach. But he's a great offensive mind, but he does freeze in the big games. I don't know what it is. He is one of the better coaches. David McNew says, horns down. You had the Bucks. I know, man. Don't remind me. Chewy Romo says the Kings were the ones that started all this championships in LA 2012, 2014. Yeah, when our Dodgers could not win. Darn you, darn Manley. That's what happens when you make a New York player, a Yankee player, a head coach of the Dodgers. Jose Pitacua, I don't know what to say anymore. That's okay, man. If you mean about the Rams losing today, there's nothing to be said. We let a good win go. Jeff Fox says, keep Shanahan around, guarantees no rings. Yeah, I always say, I want Shanahan to re-sign 6 more years, despite what he does to us in the regular season. He can't seem to get out of his own way. He reminds me of Marty shot myself in the Footheimer. He's a great coach, but when it comes to the postseason, he just had bad luck. Miguel Sevilla says, what's up, my Rams fan? I just want to say this. Our defense played good, not great, but good enough to win. That's exactly right. Why can't this offense get going? I love this team. I hate that we are in this position. Perfectly said, Miguel. You're exactly right on all fronts. But, this is remember last year I kept saying, in the first year of my show, this is our journey, right? At that time, we didn't know we were going to win. But I want to say something. I want everybody, including Niner fans in the chat, do you guys notice this? And Niner fans, say it from a neutral point of view. I know it's hard because you're a Niner fan, but and my Rams brothers and sisters, my Ramilia, remember when we got Stafford and, and then we got, before that, we got, Ndamukong Suh, and we got Marcus Peters, and we got, Keep Talib, we're all in, and hey, you guys are mortgaging your future, right? Super Bowl or bust. And then again, we got Stafford. We would hear Super Bowl or bust, right, with the Rams. Why is nobody saying that about Santa Clara? I mean, aren't they all in? I mean, they gave away 3 picks. They used 2 picks for Trey Lance, used 1 pick, another first-round pick for Trey Lance. Then he got hurt, and he wasn't playing that good anyway to begin with. And then Jimmy Garoppolo was shunned. They wouldn't even give him a playbook. Now he's back in at starting quarterback. And then they go and make a play for CMC. They basically block the Rams from getting him, which is, but props on that, because that's what you do to a rival. And we say rival because, we got him in the playoffs. But we're not hearing the Super Bowl or bust with the Niners. Why is that? And tell me if you agree. And thank you, LA Rams. Hit the like button. Thank you, brother, for coming in. Yes, you guys hit the like button, come back. But Niner fans and Ram fans that are here, whoever's here, tell me if you agree with me that it's, do you think it's, the Rams had so much pressure? I don't want to say it's unfair, but what do you guys think about that? Do you agree that that's not happening? You don't hear the media saying, well, the Niners are all in. It's Super Bowl bust, because that's all that we would hear is Super Bowl bust. There was so much pressure on Matthew Stafford coming from Detroit. They were saying, is he that guy, or was it Detroit, or is it him? And he came through. with all the injuries and stuff. But you don't hear that. You don't hear about the 49ers like you did us. Is it Super Bowl or bust, right? Especially with Kyle Shanahan being in his 6th year, and he's still under 500, and they are all in, but supposedly, and nobody's saying or bust. I don't understand that. What do you guys have to say about that? Let's see. You guys are too much. Jose Avalos, what's up, brother? He says, horns up. Yes, indeed, baby. Horns up. Thank you for coming in, my brother. Thank you so much. Michael Kinsey says, you timed him out, Jim. Yeah, only time guys out if they can still come back, but if they're out of hand, if they just are I guess what I'm trying to say is if they're just being going back and forth with us about the team, that's okay, but it gets out of hand, go ahead. Other says, what's happening, Ramley? What's up, brother? We're just talking about this loss that we should have had a win. Jeff Fire says, no, I didn't. Yes, indeed. Never was a Ram fanboy. Pete Carroll owns you. Joe says, Rudy, how are we as fans tell the coach he needs to put in McClutchin? I know, man. I've been saying that. Fans need to make a sign to let coach know to put him in. That's a great comment. You know what? As much as I love Sean McVay, I don't agree with this. Now, do I expect Joe has a great comment here. Do I expect Lance McClutchin to be all world? No. Do I expect him to be able to make plays as much as a Ben Skonek? Ben Sko, as I call him. I can never get his last name right, but you know what I'm talking about. Yes, he can make plays just like him, especially when Allen Robinson wasn't going. I don't understand. I still love my guy Sean McVay. I believe in him, but he's a talented guy, Lance McClutchin. I don't understand it. The only thing I can say is maybe we can hit up one of the Travis Rogers maybe, or one of the guys that do the Rams show, DeMarco Farr, and say, where's Lance McClutchin? Hopefully they'll ask him that question in the press conference. David C says, soft Rams fans timing people out. Jeff Five says, I think it's obvious now that McClutchin isn't playing this year. Yeah, it seems like it. Maybe we're hiding him. I don't know what we're doing with him. Michael says, Cam Akers still ain't the same, even though he came back. Yeah, I like that he came back, but I want Kyrie Williams. Exactly. Ali Ram says 3-5 is not good, but we still have 9 games left. Yeah, 3-5 is not good. 3-5 is not good. 4-4 is still not good either. But by our standards, from Sean McVay Ram standards, but it's our journey right now. I didn't get a chance to post this. Hold on, let me show you guys something here. Let's see. But yeah, it's been I'm not going to just, you have to make the best of it. It's been a disappointing season so far, of course. But as long as you're still alive, you still have a chance. And, if we can get going in some capacity, we've been seeing baby steps. We've been seeing Allen Robinson make diving catches. I want to show you guys something here. So, the Rams, as we stand today, look at this. What the heck? The Eagles are 8-0. Wow. But okay. Look at this. This should have been our win, but okay. But these guys here, these are a playoff spot that we have to be ahead of. We already have the tiebreaker with them. We got to beat the Saints. If we could have beat this team, we already beat them, and say the Saints, we got to beat them. But if we could have beat this team, the Bucks, that helps out with if they become like a wild card, so we could get the wild cards all in the NFC West if we need it. But look, we're right there. We're basically a game and a half of the Niners. I expect the Seahawks, we're gonna have to sweep the Seahawks. Since we blew it with the Niners, at least splitting with them. We're right there. We just got to get something going, and we're baby steps, right? So there's still a chance. Where's my Jim Carrey hat? And everybody knows, as long as you're in it still, there's always a chance. But yes, indeed, 3-5 isn't the great place to be at. Joe says, never was a Ram fan. LMAO, you were a fan at one point. Sound like they cheated on you. Josh Leva says, how are you still talking about the Niners? No, well, they're in here with us. The Niners are in the NFC West. I talk about the Niners because they're above us right now. 916 49er says CMC proves we're all in. Yep. But that's what I'm saying. You don't hear media saying or bust, right? You don't see that. It's weird. They were all over us. Giovanni Miller says your team is trash. Well, right now I can't disagree with you, but we're defending Super Bowl trash Rams. No, I'm just kidding. Right now, according to our record, we're 3-5. We're not the greatest team. No. Are we going to be that way at the end of the year? Hopefully not. One car says, yes, sir. You are right, Rudy. I call bust. Yes, indeed. Michael Sevilla says, I think we are the most disrespected Super Bowl winning team, despite the winning championships against all odds. Everyone had us to lose that night. I hate it. Yeah, Miguel, that's a great point. I think a lot of it is jealousy because the Rams with Stan Kroenke, we have one of the greatest stadium in the NFL period. The way that we were getting free agents left and right, it was like Christmas time every year. And for us to win the Super Bowl, I think a lot of, don't get me wrong but when I say this, but I think a lot of media members are like Cowboys and Niner fans and Patriots fans, and they kind of show a little hate towards the Rams. They're a little jealous because the Rams are in Los Angeles. The NFL headquarters is at SoFi Stadium, right across the street from SoFi Stadium on Stan Kroenke's property. I don't know if a lot of you guys knew that, especially my Niner brothers in here in the chat. The NFL Network's headquarters is on the West Coast, is across SoFi Stadium, that across from the stadium of ours. And so I think a lot of that has to do with that. But they can say whatever they want. It's not going to take away from the Super Bowl. Giovanni says, Matt Stafford is garbage. Well, that's a Super Bowl champion. You got to talk with him with respect. David says that Jim Foster tying people up because he can't take the well, he's making a choice. You guys, it's okay to go back and forth, but we don't want to get too crazy in here. Craig says we are in a win now situation. Yes, indeed. Now, this is a great comment because, like I said, before this game, I figured, okay, we have 3 games to play with to get 10-7, maybe possibly sneak in as division champions if the other teams struggle because Jimmy G can get hurt. They have CMC there, but Brock Purdy is the backup quarterback. And then in this Geno Smith, I didn't expect him to be playing good so far, but they can have a bad luck of run with Geno Smith. But now we lost this game, so now we probably realistically have to shoot for the wild card. So we got to put these W's. We couldn't afford to lose this today, but we did. So we got to make the best of it. We can still make the playoffs at 9-8, I believe. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get on fire. Joe says we losing anyway. Put McClutchin in. He may change the game. That's exactly my point, Joe. That's right. Jim Foster says makes no sense. We don't use Schroenick as fullback anymore. Yeah, we stopped that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Marcus Ridgway says Super Bowl or bust. Don't come in play until you trade for a proven QB. If Rams still had golf, they wouldn't say that. Trey is for the future, not now. Yep, Michael. That's a great point. And that's a thing. Imagine if somebody would have traded for Jimmy, where the Niners would be right now with Brock Purdy. Because as much as Jimmy G gets bad rap, he's a good game manager, especially against us. He looks like Aaron Rodgers. But I don't see that pressure on them because they gave up so much draft capital for CMC. And so they believe that they have a chance to win. But yeah, it's weird. For us, that's all we could hear. Super Bowl or bust. Michael Kinsey says the Rams offense is really broken this season, especially when they lose some key pieces like the O-line. The first domino was when Whitworth retired. Yes, indeed. Chewy Romo says, a good point, Joe. Yes, indeed. Jim Foster says the injuries on offensive line have really derailed our season. Yes. I couldn't say that. I couldn't say a better point than that one. Chewy Romo says, so the Bolts have a better record than us. Yep. When it comes to my Rumelia, we have survived the early 80s and late 90s. Yes, indeed. And my Rumelian here, just remember, we're still alive. As frustrating as this game was today, we're still alive. But remember, um, we're coming off the Super Bowl. It's all gravy. We don't want to rest on that Super Bowl, but we're coming off of that. How many teams have repeated in the last 10, 15 years, right? So, but I want to repeat, but if it doesn't work out, we're still alive. There's always a chance, right? So, but just remember, where we came from and what we are, reigning Super Bowl champions. So that when I think of that, it does bother me. We lost today. That's bother me. We got swept by the Niners again. But I'm just like, that's okay for right now. Jake C says, we all know why, Rudy, because you flap your gun. I don't know what that means, but okay. Alex G says, even the Jets are better than us. That gives you an idea of how the season's gone. David C says, injuries are no excuse. It's football. That's exactly right. And that's why we won the Super Bowl last year with all the injuries we had. Robert Woods went off for the season. Cam Akers went off for the season. In the championship game, Higbee went down. In the Super Bowl, OBJ went down. We were down to our third string tight end and still won the Super Bowl. So we understand that injuries are not an excuse. It happens. So that's why we believe we can overcome these. Let's see here. Let's see. Jake C says, LOL, you know all about jealousy, right, Rudy? No, we're not jealous of anybody in the NFC West, if that's what you're talking about. When Clarence says, Sergio Miguel. Eduardo Mendez says, look at the Rams. Look, the Rams are the least liked by the East Coast bias, and they only like the Cowboys, Raiders, 49ers. And when the Rams won the Super Bowl, it made them look stupid, and they are haters. Yeah, I remember everybody saying that. Who was it? Even who was it? Stephen A. and all them took forever to come around, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. LA Rams says, how about 11-6 or 10-7? I would love that, man. I would love that. We had a chance at 11-6 if we didn't lose today, but it's going to be tough. We have some tough games coming down the road, but that's what it happens when you win the Super Bowl. Your schedule's a little tougher. Jake C says, LOL, wow, Rudy, hoping for injuries. You're so low, Rudy. No, I didn't say that. I said Jimmy G gets injured, and that's just a fact of his track record. I don't want him to get injured, but he does get injured. If I know you're messing around, but I'm not hoping for anyone to get hurt because I hate injuries. Michael Kenzie says 9 games left. We've got the AFC West teams coming up: the Packers, the Cardinals, and Seahawks remain on the schedule. This is a tough climb. It is a tough climb, but we can do it. We can do it, but we have to close out games like today. I really thought that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to be our get right, our get right game. Let's see. Miguel says people need to call SoFi Levi South. Just because you guys have an ugly stadium doesn't mean you could come and take our beautiful stadium. Yeah, well, Levi Stadium, we call that the house that Todd Gurley built. Todd Gurley and Aaron Donald. I was on with my guy Wayne Breezy, a great 49er content creator, great dude. And I was saying, hey, we call it, you guys call it Levi South because all the fans that already live in Southern California go to SoFi Stadium. We call Levi Stadium, and we call Levi Stadium the house that Todd Gurley built, because whenever we had Todd Gurley, we'd spank him over there. And then we also call it the house that Aaron Donald built because Aaron Donald in one game got 4 sacks. But he said, that's not a great name. Well, we like it. Let's see. David C says, oh, wow, my video never loaded because I kept getting timed out. Tommy Huxley, there's my brother. Great Niner fan. He's a fellow USC fan and good dude. Tommy Huxley, you guys had it in the bag, Rudy. Tommy, don't remind me, man. That's our Tommy. We're I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if somebody put some bad mojo in our team bag or something, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, we took it on the chin today because we had the game. I was already doing the Chick Hearn. The this game is over. The butter's getting hard and the eggs. What does my guy Chick Hearn say? I'm sorry, Chicky baby. This game is over. The butter's getting hard and the eggs are jiggling. And then we gave back the ball to Tom Brady. Yes, indeed. Ellie Ram says, we will be back. Yes, indeed. I expect us to be back. Joe says, got to go, Ramley, until next week, next game. Yes, indeed, brother. Thank you for coming in. One Kelly Ram says, it's not about how you get hit. It's about how you get up. Yes, indeed. Ellie Ram says, I hate the East Coast. Yup. TLP Guga, we spank. You get spanked. End of the conversation. Yes, indeed. That about sums it up. Packers suck. That's not tough. Jonathan Vasquez, what's up? What's up, brother? David says, making stuff up. No, not making stuff up. TLB Guga says St. Louis Rams 1-1, LA 1-1. Yes, indeed. Cleveland Rams 1-1 and LA Rams 1951 1-1 too. David C says, Rudy, at least you have the Lakers. Oh, wait. Man, stop rubbing it in, man. 916 49er. Tommy Huxley, thumbs up. Eduardo Mendez says they only started talking about the Rams when they lost games, but they are still butthurt about the Rams being the Super Bowl champions. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Javier Nesta says, Ramilia, Rudy, thank you guys. God bless all of you. Go Rams. Yes, indeed. And with that, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate you guys coming in here and the Niner brothers that come in here. We took it on the chin today. Definitely took it on the chin. I really thought this game was over. And but that just shows you in NFL, you have to finish the darn game, and we could not finish it. And that's just horrible. It sucks. David C says, Rudy, at least you have a good sense of humor today. No problem, man. And thank you guys for coming in. Like I said, I go back and forth with you guys, but it's all about love, really. I mean, if one of you guys, I told this guy to my guy, Gammon Brown, if one of you guys that are Niner fans was in a burning building, I would drop everything and go save you. Just because I hate your team, it doesn't mean nothing. And then my guy, Jim Foster, would say, you saved a Niner fan. That's okay. But thanks, everybody. I hope everyone has a great night. Like I said, as a Ram fan, as a fan of the Super Bowl champion Rams, I want us to play the best teams. And if we're not good enough to beat them, then so be it, right? If we had that game with Tom Brady, but you do not give Tom Brady the ball back after you stop him on 4th down, for heaven's sake, at Tampa Bay, that game should have been over. So here's 4th down.
Right at the bottom, boom, and then up top, the ball, the sack is over. So he doesn't want to throw it there, Jim, but 4th down, you have to. As Donald comes bearing down, he feels him right there.
Number one, that should have been a pick, but you close them out. The Rams from last year, would have closed them out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tom Brady's rolling over his grave. Uh-oh. But anyway, that game should have been over. This team cannot, the way we are right now, because we're not the team from last year, we have to find a new way to win until we can get everybody on board and get the offensive line cohesion. This game should have been closed out, but we blew it. We have no one to blame except ourselves. And I'm back. That was weird. I'm like, Tom Brady, you're not dead though. So how are you messing with me? But yeah, so you cannot give Tom Brady the ball back. I want to play the best teams and beat them. I don't want, like when Debo was out, the Niners handed us our butt in the second half. But even if we would have won, I would have been like, man, but Debo didn't play, right? I don't want injuries. I don't want no excuses. If we were to win games, I want us to beat everybody. I want us to be one of the top teams. And clearly right now we can't even beat a hurt Tampa Bay team. But we had them. But it is what it is, right? So I appreciate everybody that came in today. Eduardo says, that's why I'm grateful for your show or podcast. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, come everybody that comes in. Tommy Hatcher says, Rudy, you are a gem. Do what you do, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Tommy C says, hit the like button. Yes, indeed. Everyone hit the like button. Come back. It helps the show, it helps the algorithm. Tommy says, hit the like button. Yes, indeed. Jeff Gutterson says, hear this now. Rams 3-5. It's time for a change one name only. Wolford. No, Stafford's not his fault. It's the offensive line's fault. Stafford in 2 straight games has not had any turnovers. But yeah, losses suck. Tom Henry says 9-16. Yep. David C says, Eckerson, you are serious. You're calling it for Wolford. Everyone can have their opinion, but Stafford's been playing okay. We just got to do something, man. Maybe I'm going to go to my church and say 5 Hail Marys, and I got to shake something up. Maybe I'll start wearing my hat on backwards or something, but we'll see what happens. Jim Foster says Liam Cohen needs to go. That's a great point. I thought he was going to make our offense back to explosive. No, but then we had offensive line problems, and that's the problem. TLP says, I'll get some Niner fans to take over your podcast. Bring them in. Appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate everyone that came in today. As we always say, may the Romelia be with you. And Ramulators, mount up. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Everyone has a great, safe Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. Hold on 1 second. Because we have to remember, even though we're having a tough goal this season, who's the reigning defending Super Bowl champions?
Got it?
Rolling down Imperial Highway. Big nasty plane at my side. Santa Ana wind blowing hot from the north. We were born to ride. Roll down the window, put down the top. Crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We go ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side gate to the valley, from the west side to the east side, everybody's very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. It's like another perfect day. I love LA.
Love it. I love that video. I love that video. LA loves the Rams. Noxium07 says, do you have any idea what's going on with Cam and the team? I heard he could have gotten traded. I don't know if he could have gotten traded. I just saw you guys come in here, so I just want to pop in real quick. I don't believe that really, because he was really low stock. They could have just released him. I don't know what's going on, but we'll see what happens. Daniel Calderon says offense is so bad, season's over. No, I think we'll be okay. We baby steps. I think we're going to win the next few games. Marcus says, all right, everyone, have a great night. Yes, indeed, have a great night. Props to everybody. Hope everyone has a great Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday, and I appreciate everyone, each and every one of you guys. And as we always say, may the Romelia be with you. And Rumbulators, mount up.